Hey, good morning. I'm Paige Browning. It's Friday. This is Seattle Now. This week, Seattle's grocery prices just went up. A new all-ages music venue is coming to South Seattle, and you'll be allowed to tap to pay on buses and trains soon. Andrew Walsh, co-host of the Too Beautiful to Live podcast, and comedian Phil Burton are here to break down the week. But first, let's get you caught up. Professors and protesters will rally against ICE tomorrow at Seattle Central College. The rally is organized by Seattle educators and union workers, and their message is get ICE out of Seattle. Expect crowds for the rally, which starts at 1 p.m. Saturday at the corner of Pine and Broadway on Capitol Hill. Linwood drivers will feel this one. Morning commute times into Seattle are now 40% longer on I-5 now that we're settling into the 2-year project to upgrade the Ship Canal Bridge. The usual 35-minute trip is up to 50 minutes from Linwood to Mercer Street in Seattle, based on mid-January data reviewed by the Seattle Times. Southbound drivers are carrying a burden right now because express lanes are permanently pointed north during the construction. The Revive I-5 project will keep 2 lanes closed across the Ship Canal Bridge for almost all of 2026 and 2027. And we're still a week away from the Seahawks Super Bowl. I can call it that. So the Seattle Mariners are taking center stage this weekend. Mariners Fan Fest is this Saturday and Sunday at T-Mobile Park. For the first time in team history, this event's sold out. So expect some full trains and heavy traffic near the stadiums this weekend. Check back for more headlines on tonight's episode of Seattle Now. It's Friday again, and the rain is back, whether that makes you happy or not. I'm still kind of doing my snow dance in the mountains for the moment. Andrew Walsh is here. He's the co-host of the Too Beautiful to Live podcast. Andrew, do you still have that lucky Buckeye from the last time we saw you?
It broke. Turns out life is stressful, and when you have a little thing in your pocket that you're messing with all the time and you start pushing it harder and harder and harder, it will eventually crack on you. I broke a Buckeye in my fingers earlier this year, yeah.
Broke under pressure, but you didn't. You're back.
I'm here.
And Phil Burton is here. He's a local comedian, one of the Stranger's undisputed champions of comedy. Phil, told any good jokes lately? Get any laughs?
No good jokes. Not a single funny joke.
Good jokes or not. Before we dive in, paying for the bus in King County is finally meeting the 21st century. So picture this. You board a bus and you just tap your debit card or your smartphone wallet. It's going to happen next month. Actually, riders on the G line in Seattle will get tap to pay starting this coming Monday. That's according to GeekWire. And then this feature goes system-wide by the end of February. How do you see this changing how people ride? I have literally had friends who've never been on the bus and they didn't know how to pay. They probably could have tried harder, but they just assumed you could pay with your phone or card, which you couldn't until this coming February.
I am so slow to adapt that this seems like a pretty futuristic policy to me, but it sounds like other cities have been doing this for a while.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and across Europe as well.
I feel like the system has gotten already a lot better in the past, 5-10 years. They've updated their website. They have a better mobile site now. Okay. You can update your card. I've been really enjoying that. And now hearing that they might be moving to this system, this is a huge game changer for me. Yeah.
Phil, do you think this is going to change how people ride?
If you're going to pay, you're going to keep paying. If you don't, then you're not. I do think it's nice that we will be able to use our credit cards similar to how you can in New York. But I think the only way, if this is a method to get people to pay, I feel like the only way to do that is kind of like a public shaming or something. I was fortunate enough to go to Tokyo this past year, and that if your card is empty or it beeps red, the whole thing shuts down. Mm. You hold up the line, and it's the whole thing.
They throw red paint on you.
Yeah, it's just you feel like you're ruining everyone's day. Whereas here, it's like let's say I'm running for the bus and I gotta catch it, and it's like I'm gonna get on regardless. So,
do you think you will use this system more? Or are you gonna keep using an Orca card?
I'm going to ditch the Orca card because I like one of those magnetic wallets and I can only hold 3 things. And if I don't need it.
Oh, this just opened up real estate.
Yeah, for another credit card, I guess.
Or a library card.
There we go.
Maybe,
Library card, punch card to a bookstore or something.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe a coffee shop. Something.
Your Hooters punch card.
Yeah.
I know you,
active.
Phil.
Been
I
sitting on the counter.
I think I'm going to transfer to it. I've been sticking with the Orca card for now because there is some system where we could have transferred our Orca cards onto our phones, but just not using in a tapping way or something. I was a little confused
Are you an
by
Android user?
I'm an Android user,
that's the thing. You got to shout out the Android users here because they have been able to add Orca cards to like their Google Wallet for a year and a half or something. That feature is actually not available on iPhone yet. So you have to just use your, the Apple Wallet or your credit card or debit card. But you can put the Orca on an Android. You haven't done it yet, though.
No, I hadn't done it because then it kind of deactivates the actual physical card you had. And I just have this weird thing about commitment. And I was kind of like, I don't know, am I ready to do this?
Look at this weird thing about commitment.
So it's amazing that I wasn't complaining about this sooner.
Yeah, for Tech City, it's kind of crazy that it's taken so long.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll finally get my friend to figure out how to ride the bus. But moving on to the big story of the week. Why is everything so expensive? It's a bit of a theme this week, actually, talking about the price of groceries and concert tickets and more. Axios Seattle reports that grocery prices in Seattle went up 5% in just the month of December. The Consumer Price Index says it didn't even go up 1% nationwide in that month. So basically, Seattle's grocery stores are giving...
I mean, it's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10?
My favorite Arrested Development quote. So we're getting creative as Seattleites. Seattleites are shopping at different stores lately. They're tracking prices across different neighborhoods to figure out where to get a deal. Dropping beef entirely from the grocery list. My system is basically go to like grocery outlet first for the discounts and then do the rest of the list at another store. How does your household try to avoid the rise of grocery costs?
Well, mine hasn't been doing the best job. I'm married and my wife, we share a credit card, and I was looking at the balance and I saw that she had gone to PCC 3 times in a week, and I was like, whoa, let's slow down here.
Whoa. Hey, wait up here.
Was that a moment though where you were like, who have I become? I'm like the dad of a sitcom in the 90s.
Well, it's just when you see a charge for even just $30 at PCC, it's that could be 3 bananas or something. So
For
it's
sure.
It's really frustrating how expensive everything is because it doesn't feel like what are your options? It's either you could go to the grocery store and spend a bunch of money, or you could go out and spend even more money. So, feeling a little bit squeezed for sure.
What about your household, Andrew?
I've always been a little bit, this is going to sound very privileged, but I've never been somebody to really pay a lot of attention to the prices when I go in a grocery store. And I'm the one who does all the shopping or most of the grocery shopping because I love it. Honestly, grocery stores are sort of my happy kind of calming place. But lately, I have noticed I'm lucky to have a bunch of grocery stores around me. We have not a grocery outlet, but a SARS Super Saver very near our house. Are you familiar with
No,
SARS
I'm
Super
not.
Saver?
No.
It's right next to the H1N1 Mart. No, just joking. It's a little pandemic humor there.
Little pandemic
It's
joke.
a funny name, but it just opened in Oak Tree, which is right where I live. So I love walking to the grocery store.
You're in a, what's the opposite of a food desert? Is it a food jungle? I can't remember.
I'm in
A food oasis.
A food oasis. That is the word. Yeah.
So I'll go over to SARS and buy a bunch of stuff, but I'm not a big fan of their produce. So then I'll go over to Sprouts, which is just north of me, and maybe I'll get some produce there. Then you also have the Asian market in the same parking lot. And then I also like to go to my QFCs and my Safeways. I've actually got kind of a system, and I am kind of bouncing around town for different things these days. Yeah.
Okay. And you noticed, which is something new for you being the main grocery shopper. And one thing that might be influencing the price is that we are losing grocery stores. We lost a Fred Meyer last year. We're now hearing in a week where Amazon made a bunch of news. It's closing almost all of its Amazon Fresh and Amazon Go stores to focus on Whole Foods. Seattle has 2 of those locations that are closing on 23rd and Jackson and one on 130th and Aurora. What about in your neighborhoods? Have you seen any store closures?
Yeah, I live near an Amazon Fresh, and that closed, and that's still boarded up. This is kind of adjacent, but a Target. It's really tough on
Well, that's why the PCC shopping comes into play.
Yeah, it's really tough on the neighborhood and then surrounding areas, because it's like, what are you going to do with 100,000 square feet of real estate or whatever? Because it's just like, who's going to move in there besides another grocery store or like a trampoline place, you know? So like that's like the two options for. So that'd actually be pretty sick.
Actually, and now we're moving on from groceries.
Wait, did we all just
Hold
do
on.
the same thing? Our brains all were just like, that sounds sweet.
Cool.
Who needs to eat when you can fly?
I really need that this week.
Yeah.
Well, grocery closures have actually started to bother some state lawmakers. So they have a bill this session. Senate Bill 6147 would require big grocery stores that are in food deserts or low-income areas to give 6 months written notice before they close. Does that do anything to help? Are we just trying to, we're trying to find a place to buy groceries within our budget? What does that notice do?
I don't think that really helps because, like, let's say you're 1 month into a 12-month lease. It's like, then it's like, what good does that do? And even still, if you're month to month or can leave or whatever, it's like, if you do want to relocate to a place where there is more grocery stores, well, you're going to definitely pay more rent. So it's just like, I may not be able to get my stuff together in 6 months, or I may not be able to leave. So
what does that do?
People that might affect most might not even have that kind of mobility anyway to be choosing those kinds of things.
You just have 6 months to fret about the fact that store's not going to be there.
You can really tell when a store is about to close. You can kind of get a sense. I mean, look at Bartels have had a very slow, painful death. It's like, they should have done that faster.
So sad.
And these Amazon Fresh closures have been pretty sudden as well. There's another bill I want to mention. It's House Bill 2313, and this would allow for publicly owned grocery stores. So maybe a solution here? Basically, cities could own and operate their own grocery stores in areas that don't have enough food access. Well, good luck with your shopping list this weekend. On to our next topic, arts venues. It's been kind of hard to keep track of it all lately for me, but the Crocodile Music venue is for sale. Teatro Zenzani is going to close. Boo! A while back, Act Theater and Seattle Shakespeare Company merged into Union Arts Center. But then, this week, the clouds parted with a little bit of good news, which is that the all-ages concert venue, the Vera Project, is opening a new location in Georgetown as soon as next year. Their goal is to bring more live music to the youth of South Seattle and South King County. And there's another piece here for the Vera Project. A chunk of the tickets for every single show will be pay what you can. 15% of their tickets are going to be priced that way. This is sort of a DIY music ethos. And I'm wondering from you two, where do you see another youth-focused venue fitting into our music scene, our nightlife scene?
A couple of years ago, I got an invite from a friend who's around my age, and he has a couple of girls, and a band was coming called Sheer Mag. They're just like a kind of straight up like rock and roll kind of act with a female singer, and we went, and the four of us went, me, my buddy, and his two girls, and one of the girls I was with is, I'm going to put her around age 10 around this time, and it was her first live music experience, and it was at the Vera Project, if I didn't say that. I think it literally changed her. Like, seeing this woman on stage just absolutely rocking. She has a fan. The singer likes to put a fan in front of the stage.
That's
over
pretty
hair.
common. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Blowing back. And she's just like embodying power and awesomeness.
Did you just see this girl's eyes go wide?
She would see her around the club during other sets, and she was just glued to her. And I would check in with my buddy later. I'm like, how's she doing? He's like, she is still talking about it. She wants to get a guitar now. And I'm just like, this is literally, and I do think the fact that it was a little girl seeing a woman on stage really helped as well, but also just any young person getting that experience and not like being like, oh, I gotta get a fake stamp so I can sneak into the 18 or 21 over place so I can see my favorite band play. Like, I think I literally saw the potential life-changing nature of this kind of thing.
She's going to be like one of the next people in I think they call it the School of Rock.
Yeah, right.
Seattle.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty awesome when kids could have such transformative experiences without shelling out a lot of money because, I mean, I'm not a parent, but it seems like one of the rules of parenting. It's like, well, if you're interested in it, we can explore it more. But it's like, I don't want to just pay a couple $100 up front. I mean, I went to the Dua Lipa concert a couple months ago.
Same.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun. I didn't realize how many kids were going to be there. As in, I did not have 4 seats. I probably should have tried to shell out more. But like on the floor is like the adults, and then on like the 300 level is like the 11-year-olds with their moms.
Which
and I
is
didn't
still
think
like
about
an
that.
$80 ticket or
Which
whatever
is still,
it was.
and like God forbid the fees and stuff like that.
And speaking of affordable tickets, we might be able to get cheaper seats to the next Dua Lipa show if the Washington Access and Venue Equity Act, the WAVE Act, if that gets out of the state legislature. This is Senate Bill 6175. And this would force ticketing apps like Ticketmaster to show the entire price up front, no hidden fees. It would also prevent bots from scooping up the primary market tickets. And here's the big one. It would cap resale prices at 110% of the original price. How often do you try to grab a ticket and you're like the 250,000th person in line? The bots have gotten all the tickets. It's brutal. It happened to you?
Yeah, I wanted to see Olivia Dean. She's not coming to Seattle, but I was going to go to like San Francisco or a nearby city or something. And yeah, it's just you log in like a minute before. And I do feel like as a 30-something, like I'm just not like tapped in, I don't like have all the codes right away.
I know like the 20-somethings probably have a bot doing it for them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sure if I was more tech savvy or whatever. But yeah, it really sucks because then you finally get there and it's all sold out and it's like, it's a bot because nobody is buying tickets behind the stage. Like it's for the whole tour, a stadium tour or arena tour, sold out in a day. I was looking for tickets that were like probably 100, 150, and then the resale was like 330 or something. It's like, okay, now we just cut the party in half.
Yeah, now we just cut it. And I was in on one of the pre-sales for Brandi Carlile's Gorge concert. Mm-hmm. And once I got into it, I was like, now wait a second. There was a pre-sale before me and they had sold out and they were already reselling tickets before the general public sale went up. And they were like, they were $75 seats original. And these were like, going for multiple thousands of dollars before the general public sale even started. So
yeah, and
I was so frustrated. I did get I got a ticket, but
yeah, I was just going to say that there is a market out there for it because we know how much people are willing to pay for people they love, i.e. Taylor Swift. So.
For sure. Okay, one last thing before we go. A segment we're calling Everything But the Game. As the Seattle Seahawks prepare to head to Santa Clara for the Super Bowl 60 in a little over a week, we've got a week of waiting, so we've got some things to keep us entertained till then, starting with commercials. Don't turn us off yet. We're not going to go to a commercial break. We're doing this because, Andrew, I understand you're a bit of a TV commercial historian?
I wouldn't say historian, but I do love commercials. Me and my partner Genevieve have been hosting a commercial podcast, a podcast about TV commercials for about 10 years now.
Okay.
And the Super Bowl, we always call this time of the year our Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
But do you know? But it actually, if no one's informed you, the event is called.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is obviously a big time. They've started releasing like the sort of teaser commercials. You probably started to see those.
I need to stop you here.
Yeah.
Because what?
What's like,
so
give us an example.
It's really surprising to me that you guys don't know about this.
No, I do know about this. And I'm going, what? Because I'm watching the show and the commercials come on and there's a commercial for a commercial that's coming out.
At the end it says coming February 8th.
Have we jumped the shark?
They've been doing that for a while, though. I'm going to say that's ramped up a lot in the last 5 years or so. But you started seeing them probably during the championship games last weekend. And like the big one or one that really stood out to me was, and there's a local connection here, too. Ben Stiller and Benson Boone. Benson Boone from what, Monroe?
The backflip guy. Never listened to one of his songs.
But that's what you know about. That's all I know, too. I'm kind of excited to see where this Benson Boone one goes.
Okay.
I want to see what the McConaughey thing does, because he's got this whole Galaxy Brain ad campaign going on based on a conspiracy theory that football is only there to sell you snacks or something like that. McConaughey's been the face of it for a while now because of his general persona, and it looks like they're bringing that back again this year, so I'll be looking out for that.
All right. This is a good pivot, because just as important as the commercials is the snacks during the Super Bowl. Definitely for me. You got to have the right spread if you're watching a game. What's your go-to for Super Bowl food? Are you grocery shopping? Speaking of groceries, are you letting a restaurant do the work?
I'm a big ribs guy.
Okay.
I'm a big sliders guy.
Are you making these?
No.
I was going to say,
grifty.
if so, invite me.
I am showing up, and I'm bringing something, usually maybe LaCroix or something. I don't know.
You're going to bring something to add to the spread.
Yeah.
Here's one can of LaCroix. Where are the ribs?
Where are the ribs? Well, if you need somewhere to watch the game, maybe try 12 Sequoia. That is what the city of Issaquah is currently calling itself, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking. 12 Sequoia. Mayor Mark Mullet signed a proclamation this week to temporarily change the city's name to honor the 12th man fan base.
I refuse to accept that. I won't acknowledge that. I won't even respond to that.
Okay.
to quote Arrested Development once again.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand the question, and I won't respond
and
to
I will
it.
not respond. Okay. No 12 Sequoia fans.
That's not even it just doesn't work at all.
No, it
Who's on
doesn't.
his staff?
Maybe that's the point. It's
12
just it's so bad
What's
it
a
becomes
city that
good.
would work for? 12 Toma.
Okay,
12 Toma.
That would make more sense.
12 Toma.
Yeah.
Let's call the mayor. Well, before we move off the Seahawks chatter, we got to do a little bird watching, okay? Apparently, Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold is an avid bird watcher. He uses this phone app where you can, record a bird's call and it'll tell you what the bird is. So we're going to play a little game. I'm going to play a bird call for you, and you're just going to guess from a list of birds which bird it is. The first person to, let's just hit the table, that's your buzzer. First person to smack the table, you get to guess. Ready?
It's like an ABC, multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple choice.
Okay.
Is this
All of the above. No.
a bald eagle, a red-tailed hawk, or an osprey? Phil?
Osprey?
You're right. Wait a minute. That was an osprey. Phil, you told us you were not a bird nerd.
You got me. I don't know what to say.
That's an osprey.
Isn't the osprey what the Seahawk is based on?
You're right. That's why we went with this, but I thought that people didn't know. The Seahawk, that is not a real bird. It's a nickname for an osprey. So, Phil, you are our bird nerd of the week.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I didn't know you could buzz in early. I was just trying to be polite.
Okay. I saw, I guess, speaking of watching Seahawks games, that it's so the osprey is what the Seahawk is based off of. But
yes,
they zoomed in on the Seahawk's face during a commercial break, and you know how we blink and it goes down. It blinks and it goes horizontal.
Yes, I saw that exact shot.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was freaky deaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's our bird nerd of the week. We got to leave it there. Andrew Walsh hosts the Too Beautiful to Live podcast, and Phil Burton is a local comedian. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to Seattle Now, and thanks to our generous donors for their support. You can give a gift to our show by clicking the link in the show notes to donate or following and rating the show on your podcast app. Today's episode was produced by Vaughn Jones. It was edited by Andy Hurst. Our production team also includes Caroline Chamberlain-Gomez, Brooklyn Jamerson Flowers, and Patricia Murphy. Greg Kramer does our theme music. Seattle Now and KUOW Public Radio are members of the NPR network. I'm Paige Browning. See you tonight for Evening Headlines.